we got the IQ test out of the way, right? So now we're going to the juicy part, the real beast of this, okay? And what is this? This is when we are going to watch strangers rank their intelligence, and we are going to do the same off of their first impressions, like we always do, you know? We're going to rank them to see who's the most intelligent, who's the least intelligent, yada, yada, yada. Let's just hear them out, right? And let's see what's going on with them. You know, we can go from there. I do also want to say, don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you like it. And we do this live every single day. Right now, we're just doing this live right now. So this is a video from Twitch. So check us out on Twitch. MrRuidiaz on Twitch. Always live, baby. You know, most probably live right now. That's pretty much what the slogan is. Hope you enjoy this. If you do, we also have a part 1 where I actually take a free IQ test, which was a little bit whack. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to pay a lot of money for an IQ test. But if there's a better IQ test, we can redo it, and you let me know. We'll redo it. But yeah, let's get on to the video. Let's see what's going on and see what these strangers rank themselves, all right? We brought 6 people together to rank themselves based on perceived intelligence, which is what, like, technically first impressions, right? Then we had them complete an IQ test to see how dumb they fucking are.
Go down and do intro.
First impression without looking at them, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna have the very colorful person as maybe the least intelligible. Why? I don't know. I love judging people just to judge people. I think we should wait to see what they're gonna say. But from first impressions, I mean, I don't think you can really tell just by looking at them. I don't think so. So let's go.
Yeah, I'm Sade. I'm 24. I work in finance. I have a bachelor's degree. I went to Yale.
I'm Tyler. I'm 21. I'm a high school graduate, and I work in the Marine Corps.
You know what? Let's just watch the video. Let's just keep on.
I'm Kaylee. I'm 25. I'm a software developer. I went to Ohio University, and I have a bachelor's degree.
What the fuck is this? Is this some, like, what's going on? Y'all ever played freaking, what's that game? Detroit Become Human? Is she like a freaking deviant? Bro, this is the code for the deviant, bro. What's going on? I guess I'll say the typical lame ass joke. She's what? Like the blonde of the group. So since she's blonde, blondes have to be dumb, I guess. So yeah, so she's just a copied blonde girl. Oh man, she's a divergent, bro. I mean, she would be a divergent because if she is smart, you know, she's taken out of that stereotype that all blondes are dumb. So yeah, divergent type beat. Let's go. We have a lot of hope for you, Kaylee. Software engineer though, like, seems a little bit. Yeah, you gotta be out here.
I'm 30 years old. I have my PhD in cancer biology, and I work in a biotech industry. Grad school, I went to University of South Carolina, and undergrad, I went to University of Florida.
I'll be honest with you, man. I don't think going to, like, you know, Harvard, Yale, or these very, like, prestigious, very expensive, fucked up colleges that just have you in debt is a big of a deal. I don't think it matters. I mean, I get it. Yeah, you have to have credentials, pass like some tests and this and that to be able to get into these schools. But come on, let's keep it funky, bro. Like, this, it doesn't really matter. I mean, there's a lot of people that go to these schools and they're just big ass herbs, big ass bozos that aren't really smart, bro. They're just dumb as hell. Sometimes, I mean, look at the scandal that happened, that the freaking parents that paid mad fucking money for their kids to go into these, like, schools or these big universities, right? And they're dumb as hell, bro. Like, this shit's dumb. And they fucking ruin these their kids' life. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. I don't think, like, whatever college or place you study from really matters that much. That's all I'm trying to say. That's just 2 cents that I'm trying to bring in.
Hi everybody, my name is Sean. I'm 27. I'm the director of social media for a company, and I also work for a digital ad agency. I got a double major in dance and cultural anthropology. Undergrad, I went to Loyola Marymount University.
Again, credentials, right? You saw the credentials. If we go back real quick, so these are the credentials. No, social media director, digital advertising, double major in dance and cultural anthropology, right? You compare that to everybody else except for the army guy. You know, it's a little bit flaky, but that don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing. I mean, like I said, part 1 of this video was the IQ test. I killed it on my IQ test, bro. And I started college, but I didn't finish it, and I went for graphic design. So basically, this would have been me, all right? And I'm a beast, all right? That's all I'm saying.
Major in dance and cultural anthropology. Undergrad, I went to Loyola Marymount University.
Hi everybody, I'm Ray. I'm 24. I graduated with a bachelor's degree from Harvard recently, and I work in consulting.
Damn, Harvard, bro.
They're babies.
I know, that's what I was saying. Is age a factor?
Babies? Excuse me, they're just like, what? 24, 25-ish? Like, what? You're 27? No, they're not babies. It's just 3
you
years.
do like years of experience.
Yeah,
in
like
life.
this.
We need to, maybe it's good to identify what intelligence means to everybody.
I think intelligence is
What does intelligence mean? I have no clue, bro. I think it's just like, you know, it's not basically being that bozo, that lame ass, that like, whatchamacallit, when like you're at a party, you have to talk about intelligent stuff all the fucking time and be annoying and obnoxious. Like, that's not what intelligent is, I guess. I think being intelligent is like knowing what to do in situations that, you know, you're not comfortable with. You're not, oh my God, how do I put this? Because that's also not intelligence. I think that's more like street smarts. It's like when something happens, like what set of steps do you do to achieve that issue and like fix it, right? That feels like more like street smarts, which I think has to do with this and intelligence of like knowing things and like, you know, your brain computing shit. Like, I don't know, if I ask you 2 + 2, you know what the fuck 2 + 2 is. And then if I ask you 2 × 2, you don't be like, bro, what the fuck, bro? It's the same shit. And it is. That was a very bad example, but that's not my point. All right? Right now I'm sounding dumb, but it's because your IQ is so low that you cannot understand or comprehend what I'm talking about. You feel me? So I gotta say. So I think, yeah, street smarts, just like a basic knowledge of like stuff, you know, like understanding how shit works, understanding how stuff is, and like, you know, kind of like dominating, like, fuck, what am I trying to say? I literally have no clue what he's trying to say, bro. I do know that, hey, Spicy Boy merch. Definitely check it out. The website is out. We have a lot of good stuff over there. We are planning to release more and more and more. All right? You know, big vibes. SpicyBoyMerch.com. That's pretty much it. If you're too lazy, it's on in the description. Also, you can subscribe here. But let's go back to this man saying shit that literally makes no sense. What I'm trying to say is like being smart, basically. Like, to put it short. It's just being smart, like knowing stuff that you need to know about, right? And then street smarts. And then, you know, all the smarts that you think combined together and how well you do with all those things together. Boom. Baller. That was the worst explanation ever. Again, if you didn't understand, that's on you, right? That means your your IQ levels are very low. It's all good.
is better defined as your adaptability and your problem solving skills more than it is your education. Obviously, like the education, the stuff you've been through puts a lot into play in it because it gives you more resources, more thoughts to draw from. The formal education definitely helps, but I don't think it's in any way essential.
So what is the most essential?
So the most essential thing would probably be common sense.
Yeah, so for me personally, I think intelligence is both EQ, IQ, and that common sense, street smart intelligence, all of that combined.
People consciously or unconsciously, when they see someone, form an opinion immediately. Like I'm sure we all did right away.
When I saw you, I told myself, Maria, do not judge him just by his looks. He could be throwing you off, or that's just who he is, but he can talk the talk and walk the walk. Sean, I didn't want to judge him based on the way he looks or dresses or acts, so I was like, I think he's intelligent.
First impressions, I would put him at the bottom only because when I was in school, all the other people with like the bright neon colors and stuff, they were typically the ones doing worse in classes. If we were
Yo, what? Hold up, my man, what? I have never in my life have thought about that. And no, wow, that is insane. So basically, all you Family Dollar managers, y'all are fucked. This man just said y'all are dumb as hell because of the way y'all dress or the color of your hair. Wow.
rank in confidence, I'd definitely put Sean at very first place.
So what is the definition that we're going?
I know this has nothing to do with, if we're talking about drip, Sean from the middle half going up, I fuck with the drip. That drip is immaculate. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I fuck with it. This going down, I don't know if I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? This is immaculate. Like, this is fire. This is fucking dope. I fuck with the hair too, bro. Also, it's not a full-fledged hair, bro. What the hell is my man's talking about? Purse? I don't know. It's doing a lot for me. But obviously, it's not for me. I mean, so good for them. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta love it, and that's cool. But to me, if I'm the drip inspector as I am, I think first half going up, love it. That's great choice, really. It fucking flows together, it works together, amazing. This going down, I don't know how I feel about that.
Going with is the biggest question.
I like your definition.
I know, I was gonna say, I like my definition. It combines everything.
Does anyone have any like initial?
You can be honest.
Start on that side. I'm done going first.
I feel like I have a good combination of both, like book smart and street smart. So yeah, I think I have some input on that. There's so many aspects.
He's mad chill, bro.
It really goes beyond IQ and EQ. Even those two different factors really don't really capture what it really means to be intelligent.
I know I'm not,
I think he gets it. See, what I was trying to explain earlier, I think he gets what I'm trying to say. See, but he didn't have words for it, just like me.
From Yale, I don't have a PhD, but what I lack in those areas, I'm able to still problem solve and use my own skill set, my emotional intelligence as well as my social intelligence.
Besides my education and background, I feel like I have high emotional intelligence, like I'm aware of my surroundings.
As a software developer,
I think what they should do, the question that they should ask is like, let's say you leave. If you leave your job, can somebody do like the job that you're doing for like whatever company you work at or whatnot? Because like I feel like it definitely takes a certain person to do the work that Shorty be doing, which is the software developer stuff. Like it's not an easy common task, right? It's like making a website or like some BS like that. Like that shit is horrendous. Like making a website is like the worst. Like I remember I went to school for that and I was like, fuck this. I'm never making a website ever again. Like I cannot do this. Like I fucking hate this shit. And I'm not saying if you can make a website like you're smarter than everybody else or anything like that, but I'm just saying like it should be taken into account how difficult your job is, like how difficult it would be for somebody else or something like that. I feel like that also has to take some type of, oh my God, like I can't even talk. But I'm pretty sure you get what I'm trying to say.
my problem solving skills are obviously top notch, I think I would say. My whole life I've kind of had to fight to be seen as intelligent. I think I'm so used to having to do that as a woman, to just like step up and be like, you know, I deserve to be here. My first job out of college, I was working at a law firm. A gentleman came up to me and said, hi, you don't look like somebody that would work at a law firm. You look like somebody I'd go on spring break with. And I'm like, what?
See, I agree with the whole spring break thing, but I think I've seen a lot of women that work in like the law industry that do look like her. I do understand though what she's trying to say and how scumbag guys and people are. Like, yeah, I get it. So yeah, you know, I agree. Men are trash. We are trash. I get it.
Obviously, out of everyone here, I've got the least formal education. I consider myself intelligent. My mental dedication and my ability to adapt and to problem solve. What I do in the Marine Corps, I'm a seabird defense specialist. So I think that by virtue of what I do, that already requires some amount of intelligence.
Sorry, quick question. So do you think that only certain people can do your job, or do you think anyone can do your job?
Only certain people. You have to take the ASVAB before you go into the military. That's not...
ASVAB, bro? Really? Really? It's not even... That is literally the weakest test ever, bro. Like, come on, bro. I failed that shit on purpose and I still got a good grade. Like, come on, bro.
Really how much you know, but how well you can learn information. And I got a 94 on that. It's not an amount of how much you study, how much you know. You're not gonna really get better at learning. Does that make sense?
No, it did not make sense. Somebody please elaborate, because I'm so fucking lost.
I strongly disagree with you don't
Same.
get better at learning. The idea that you can get better at learning is a pretty big signifier of intelligence. I'm very much dyslexic. I have ADHD and I'm on the autism spectrum. Dyslexia means that there's a big gap in comprehension. So I was scoring 99th percentile in certain areas and like 3rd percentile in others. I'll never be able to learn another language. I took Spanish for 12 years and I can still basically only order a burrito.
So I have a question. Why did you go to Yale and why did you go to Harvard?
My parents are immigrants from China, and I'm a first generation immigrant as well, and college student as well. My family always really stressed the importance of formal education. For me, that was something that I really strived for.
I wasn't planning to go to college. That wasn't like a goal of mine. My parents were like, well, you should apply to at least one college. And I was like, I'll never get in here. And then I went to Yale.
Why don't you guys rank each other
That's
from 1
weird.
to 6, including yourself?
I don't know.
And give reasons why you want to do what you're doing.
I gotta go 1.
No.
Oh yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I
would
think
rank you
I
as
agree.
a 6, not meaning that you're not intelligent. I also think that I don't place a lot of value on the military.
Period.
I agree.
No, full stop.
I'd probably do 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think I'm going off of, okay, so if we go a little bit back, I think off of that, 6 for sure. 6. Just because of credentials and whatnot, I think I got to go with a 5. All right. With a 5 for sure. What she's studying is wild as hell, bro. But what she's doing, she's dyslexic and like she's killing it, bro. Like, you know, and again, to get into Yale or Harvard, I mean, it is pretty hard, right? So here is my top 1 spot between these 3, but I don't know who, right? So I think I'm going to go with her just because of like experience, years, PhD and shit. Like, yeah, number 1. I think I would go 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's my ranking. But still, we don't know nothing about these people yet. So like, it's kind of wild to kind of go off of the little information that we have.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry.
I'm the villain this episode.
Does anyone think they're like either?
Not a villain, bro. I mean,
I'd say I'm 1, if nothing else, because I know what I'm about and I'm sure of that.
It's just the military, bro. Like, it's not that serious, man. I don't think you gotta be that smart to be into the military, man. I'm sorry. Sorry to break it down to you, bro. That's why a lot of people go to the military, because they don't think they have other options. And you know, the freaking military dude harasses you and bothers you when you're in high school, when you don't know what the fuck you're gonna do after high school, and you're just stuck like, oh, what am I gonna do? But like, this dude told me that I might have a good opportunity in the military, so yeah, I should go. Anybody can get into the army, military, and all that shit, bro. Like, the ASVAB is really not that hard. It's really not. I'm not saying you're dumb, but you are a little bit cocky, which is okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, I guess. I don't know, bro. Like, it's coming off as a little bit. I'm not with that shit. And I'll be honest, bro. Like, come on, all that shit for a Dodge Charger. I mean, that sucks, dog. Like, let's come on, bro. You could have chose something better. Like, really, Chief. I mean, I hope you're killing it. I hope you're doing good. You know, no hate. No hate towards that, bro.
5, 6. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. It's hard for me to look past the education part. Going to college, I think you learn a lot, if nothing else emotionally.
Yes and no.
I still think you're smart.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3,
She pushed herself second.
4,
What?
5, 6.
What?
1, immigrant parents, first generation going to college.
What?
Immigrant parents, first generation going to college, humble, modest. 2, me, I don't know, PhD, cancer biology scientist. I work in a biotech company. We make COVID-19 testing kits, stuff like that.
Oh, damn.
6. It has nothing to do with your background. I don't think you really have the highest EQ out of all of us. Tyler, he ranked last for me personally because the way he carries himself. He was ranking intelligence based on his point of view and not taking in other people's point of views and compiling results, but really just came down to his body language, his demeanor, the way he carried himself.
Yo,
the way
she's
he
straight
acted
to the
towards
point.
group.
She don't go
I
fuck.
would
Yeah, I kind of agree.
I think that I sort of expected to be ranked a little bit lower. At first glance and first interaction with me, it's hard to tell how intelligent I am. It's hard to tell how intelligent anybody is.
Is anyone upset with where they're standing?
I think
Tyler.
it makes sense that I'm down here. Like the guy who graduated from high school and then joined the military, he probably wouldn't be like high up on there. If I was in their shoes, I definitely would have also ranked myself among the lowest.
I do feel like
We
there
love
might
that,
be
King.
a prejudice
We love that.
acting in terms
1 should be 3, 2 should be 1, and then 3 should be 2, obviously. So now I gotta get an IQ test. I guess they're gonna take the L and see what's going on.
It's kind of
She takes
expected
the L
for
in
being
the
ranked
end.
by intelligence, you know, an IQ test. It's not that far out the realm of possibility.
So number 1
Oh.
is Raymond. Number 2 would be Kaylee. Number 3 will be Tyler. And number 4 would be Shada. Number 5 is Sean. And number 6 is Maria.
What? Oh shit! What the fuck? Tyler with the clutchness, yo. He says suck this from the back, bro. Homie stayed in the number 1 spot. Damn, what a big L. What a big fucking L. Damn, she wasn't confident about that, bro. Like you can see it, bro. She feels some type of way about it. She's like, nah, bro, I really fucked
I
up.
think an IQ
I'm sure if you studied for an IQ test, you would do a lot better.
Yeah.
IQ tests are just one aspect or one way to measure intelligence. It's really on a
This man's a
spectrum
beast.
what constitutes somebody as intelligent.
Before this, all I knew about IQ tests is that they existed, and the I stands for intelligence. I've never looked into IQ tests before. Coming here today, them saying the EQ, that was the first time I've ever heard that term in my life.
Coming back to
Same.
intelligence,
I've
it's
never
not
heard it in
just
my
your
life.
IQ, it's your EQ, it's your common sense, it's street smarts. Sure, it is some type of metric similar to an SAT and ACT score
She's
as a metric
mad.
for getting into college, but
It's okay,
there's
Maria.
more to that
You
person
got a PhD,
than
we got
that
you.
test.
I'm actually excited I wasn't last because I thought I was gonna be last, not gonna lie. I think an IQ test is a
This is my villain redemption arc and climbing up the ladder.
Ah, shit. That was actually pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. That was fire. I will say though, my IQ test was better. I got an A. So sorry, Harvard dude. I'm going in your way, bro. I'm just saying. I'm stepping in that shit. Like I'm pulling up next to you right there. Like boom. Hope y'all have a beautiful rest of your day. I really hope y'all enjoyed this. You know, don't hate to nobody. I think this was funny. I think this was great. You know, it was a big vibe. You know, but everything must end sometimes. But other than that, guys, have a good one. Thank you for coming through. As always, appreciate it. And we will see you for the next one. Remember, we do these live. We're most probably live right now.